Good evening to you. Our top stories tonight. SPTC's bus fare is going up as from the 1st of next month, October. Passengers travelling on SPTC buses from Mondays to Saturdays will be paying 10 rupees when using their SPTC travel card. However, those paying cash will pay 12 rupees. As for Sundays and public holidays, the bus fare will now be 15 rupees. Making the announcement, the Minister of Transport, Anthony Derjak, said that the increase in the price of the bus fare is a decision taken by the Cabinet of Ministers yesterday. It was also announced that the fixed penalties for traffic offences, which were previously 100 and 200 rupees, will increase to 1,000 rupees.
Yesterday in Cabinet, there were two projects for the Minister of Transport which were approved. Cabinet approved 9 papers and 9 memorandum. For the Minister of Transport, this was in respect to minor offences, fixed penalties, and the amendment of a transport bill. With respect to the second paper, this included a review of SPTC's ticket prices from 7 rupees to 10 rupees. In the main, for SPTC, we looked at restructuring, we looked at human resources, and we looked at the reasons why SPTC has to go through a process, including a review of the prices of tickets for the public, for its passengers. We hope with the reform that we are doing, that we have the cooperation of the public, and I understand the difficulties of bearing the cost of 3 rupees on a ticket, which would be around 6 rupees per day. And if you have 20 working days in a month, that's 120 rupees. We understand for those who especially own a basic salary that this gives rise to some stress. But we ask for your cooperation because in turn, we hope to transform SPTC to make it more efficient. This will also help SPTC to meet a better, more efficient program, and SPTC is undergoing this change. It'll be step by step. We could have done something more drastic, but we've chosen to move ahead as reasonably as we can, and we hope the public participates with us to see how we can effect change in the public transport system in Seychelles and with the SPTC. And the ticket prices will be implemented from the 1st of October. Because we want to encourage cashless purchases of tickets, we wish to implement the project that if you pay in cash, it will be 12 rupees. But if you purchase a card, and there are great incentives with a card, you will be paying 10 rupees. We want to encourage the employers, the businesses, the hotels to enter into schemes with their workforce and to also help and subsidize the cards. So, for example, if a hotel pays half of the card, the corporate card, and the worker contributes half, the prices of the tickets for the workers will go down. So please look at the new corporate card as an incentive for your workers. With respect to the minor offenses, these are just to deter drivers from breaching the law, that is speeding, parking on pavements, not taking care in how they're driving. For example, we've noted that children sit sometimes on drivers' laps whilst the driver is conducting and driving his vehicle. Sometimes you have little dogs and animals in the front seat of cars whilst the driver is driving, or people with mobile phones just speaking and not paying attention and not being careful how they conduct and move their vehicles from one point to the other. We hope that the 1,000 rupees has a deterrent effect and we have more safety and security on our roads.
The Cabinet of Ministers recently approved the amendments to the Seychelles Qualifications Authority Act 2005 and also approved the introduction of the new SQA bill. In a press conference this afternoon, SQA CEO Fiona Ernesta explained the role of the authority since its establishment in 2005 and also the new functions it will discharge once the SQA bill is approved by the Assembly and ascended by the President and comes into effect.
Over the years, as we implemented the Act and its legal instruments, we have identified several loopholes or gaps that we needed to address. There have also been reforms, for instance, reforms in education in 2019, and we are at the moment going through change and reforms nationally. And these reforms have implied that the inspection unit of the Ministry of Education has been transferred to the SQA, so SQA has taken the functions of the unit. And also, recently we've heard about the imminent dissolution of the Tertiary Education Commission, and the functions of the commission that have to do with quality assurance have been transferred to SQA, which means that we need to incorporate these in the Act. Therefore, we also have conventions to do with education, qualifications, evaluation of qualifications, and so on, that Seychelles has ratified. And the Act must make provision for these to ensure that we implement the clauses relevant to the functions of the SQA.
The Meteorological Authority is implementing a localization program with the aim of replacing foreigners working with the authority by 2030. The Chief Executive Officer, Vincent Amélie, made the comment on the occasion to mark 50 years of the existence of the Met Services in Seychelles. The localization plan involves attracting more students to develop interest in the subject and encourage those qualified to go for further training and return to contribute their knowledge and expertise to the meteorological services in Seychelles.
This is important because the Seychelles Meteorological Authority's training program is one based on long-term goals to develop meteorologists with the objective of gradually localizing all posts by 2030. It takes a minimum of 3 years to train one meteorologist, and if a maximum of 2 Seychellois are enrolled with a university every year, this target is achievable over the next 10 years. The program is challenging, but not impossible. It is challenging because realistically, it is not guaranteed that we will be able to send 2 people to university every year. But the good partnership that we have recently developed with NHRD, supported by an outreach program at schools that we have just launched this morning, it is more likely than not that we will achieve our 10-year localization plan.
Cascade fishermen are refusing to move to a newly built fish stall until the authorities set up water and drainage facilities there. They say they will continue to sell fish on wooden pallets by the roadside. The fishermen claim moving to the new facility will make unloading their boats and carrying water from the sea much harder. They say the temporary stall is too close to people's homes and that the smell and flies will cause a disturbance. It was built by the Seychelles Fishing Authority to accommodate the fishermen while the new market is being built. Those are our main stories so far this Thursday evening. Join me again at 8. Bye for now.